Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Ebony, also known as Evolving Eb. Follow me on Instagram here. Follow my business, The Vibe Collection, here as well. So yeah, y'all saw the title. Nothing grinds my gears more than seeing a woman with pick-me energy. And truth be told, I had to own that your girl used to walk around with pick me energy, but hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. Healing the pick me energy wasn't just about cutting off bad habits. It was about facing the sneaky ways it showed up in my life. And trust me, they were sneaky. I had to sit with myself and have some real, raw, and tough conversations about my behavior, about my patterns, and the truth about why I did some of the things that I did. Spoiler alert, it was not cute. Most of it was not cute, sis. So today, I want to share with you how I discovered the roots of my pick me energy, learn when delusion can work for me and when it works against me, and how I've been walking in my worth ever since. Let's get into this video.
I keep trying for you. I gave you all the love I got.
Pick me energy doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. And I had to realize it wasn't just doing the most for somebody else. It was about how I abandoned myself in the process. So here's what it looked like for me. Saying yes to a situationship when I knew I really desired a relationship. I would tell myself things like, oh, it's fine. He'll see how amazing I am and eventually change his mind. Spoiler alert, he did not. And he will not. Overcompensating in relationships, you know the drill. Cooking, cleaning, planning, basically showing up like a wife for a man who barely even knows my middle name. Staying in places I wasn't valued, thinking if I just hold on a little longer, he'll realize my worth. But if he couldn't see it then why was I trying to convince him? The hardest pill to swallow was that energy didn't come from love. It came from fear. Fear of being alone, fear of not being enough, fear of being forgotten. And when you operate from a place of fear, you end up accepting less than you deserve because you're always thinking something is better than nothing. I had to ask myself some uncomfortable questions. And let me tell you, the answers were not cute. Here are a few truths I uncovered. Why am I chasing someone who isn't chasing me? This one stung a little bit because the truth is, I didn't think I was worth being chased. I thought I had to prove my value. It was always me trying to prove I was good enough because I was always so open and willing to accept them for who they were. Why do I keep giving 100% when I'm only getting 10? Women by nature are nurturers. I feel like in that regard, we're probably always going to naturally, instinctively want to give more than a man if we don't start making ourselves more of a priority. And the even harsher truth is, I accepted breadcrumbs because it was better than nothing. So I thought. And last but not least, what am I trying to fix in them that I really need to be healing in myself? This one was a bit of a gut punch, you guys. The hardest pill to swallow. I realized I was attracted to that brokenness because it mirrored my own. Let's get into the delusion of it all. Now, don't get me wrong, there's power in a little delusion. Manifesting your dreams, that takes a healthy amount of delusion. Affirming your worth when you don't feel like it, that takes a certain amount of delusion. But here's the thing, delusion does not work when you're lying to yourself about reality. When I told myself, he'll change if I'll just be patient. Nope, he didn't. When I convinced myself, if I don't put up with this, someone else will. Sis, let him. Let her. When I believed that I was the exception, not the rule, but I wasn't. Delusion works for you when it's rooted in your worth, not when it's covering up your insecurities. I had to stop lying to myself about what people were showing me and start believing them the first time. So healing pick me energy for me wasn't just about cutting people off. It was about pouring back into myself. Here's what worked for me. Radical honesty. I stopped sugarcoating my reality. If someone wasn't treating me right, I accepted it for what it was. No excuses. Self love practices. I started showing up for myself in the way that I would have want someone else to show up for. I wrote love letters to myself. I took myself out on solo dates. I brought myself flowers and reminded myself daily that I was enough. Last but not least, I released control. I let go of the need to prove myself to anyone. My worth wasn't something that needed to be proven, it was just something that needed to exist. Healing the pick me in me was more than just about relationships, it was about healing a relationship with self. If you're on this journey, remember your worth isn't up for debate and your boundaries aren't up for negotiation. Have you had to check your pick me energy? If so, I'd love to hear your story. Drop it in the comments section. Until next time, love yourself, protect your energy, and deal with life's bullshit with grace and gratitude, girl. Love ya.
Gave you my love. Call me when you need